YouTube and welcome to another video. Today we're unboxing the new official Winx Club Illustrations art book. And because I ordered this on Black Friday, it should also include the Winx Club calendar. I got this came while I was in Japan, so I have several videos about my trip to Japan coming out as well, but because these take longer to edit I'm probably gonna get this one out first. But today we're unboxing this illustrations book, and it should cover arts from the 1999 pilot as well as seasons 1 and 2. Okay, so apparently I didn't get a calendar. It did say while supplies last, I think, but when I ordered, the calendar was also still in stock. So I'm actually kind of sad that I didn't get the calendar. But here's the art book. So I unboxed this book and I had a little look because I wanted to be able to tell you more and like, wow, oh, this is so nice. So this is the cover, and on the inside there are these little sketches of the Winx girls and almost all of the text in the book. There are some exceptions that are only in Italian on the sketches and stuff, but almost everything else, everything that is like printed, is written in both in English and Italian. So it's actually so maybe you can also use this a little bit to practice your Italian. Also, in case you're curious, I just wanted to point out that the inner cover looks like this. It has this golden foil title. And from the back it's just completely black, and it says rainbow on the side here. I'm not gonna show you the whole entire book. If you wanna see the whole entire book, then you have to buy it yourself. But it basically starts with sketches of places. I wish this book had more pages of full art, and I wish they had some pages of like complete full arts of 1 or 2 pictures, because here you have some really nice Winx art, but I wish the images were bigger so you could really appreciate the designs and colors. But yeah, I love these character design pages, and they've done this for I think most of the characters, if not all of them. I especially love these watercolor artworks. I think they look so nice. Watercolor is my personal favorite medium for painting and such, and I just really love this style. It's so beautiful. Also, Bloom's little stone here is red or like purplish instead of yellow in the final design, so it's basically this design, and also Bloom has blue eyeshadow, which I'm kind of digging. And for each fairy they also have a magic bloom section. Again, I kind of wish this was bigger and I could see the art better. Here we have some art for Bloom's magical effects. There is a Winx Club theory that Bloom was originally supposed to be a fairy of water, and honestly this sort of feeds into that theory. I have my own interpretation of that theory, and I kind of want to do a whole separate video on the was Bloom ever a fairy of water or wind. I think it was wind. I need to look up that. It's basically a conspiracy theory. I need to look up the theory again. It has some support in reality, but I would like to do a video on that myself. But yeah, I think it's wind, and yeah, the art here does support that. But I have my own theory as to what the actual plan was, and I kind of want to make a whole video on that, so maybe one day I will. Also really love this artwork. And yeah, I love the character artwork pages. I love the transformation sequence. Something that interested me and that I didn't know was that Kiko was originally supposed to be pink, and Kiko's original design is also very different, and I like that a lot. And for Stella they had her whole entire transformation sequence painted with markers, I think, or maybe it's done with watercolor as well. absolutely love this. Absolutely love it. Here's the watercolor artwork for Stella, and her top is different, and her cuffs are yellow as well. I actually love this top. There are so many cool like alternative cosplay ideas. Also, her pigtail holders are blue. I actually think they look better now with orange. But yeah, there are some other artworks of Stella's original blouse here as well. I think it's very interesting. Also here in the sequence you can see Stella's original blouse. But also this book is very much a product of its time, and by that I mean 2024. Like you can tell that this was done in 2024. They don't address some things that I wish they addressed, like the fact that Stella was originally a fairy of the sun and the moon. Here she's again just spoken of as the fairy of the shining sun, which she originally wasn't. She was a fairy of the sun and moon, and they don't really talk about why they got rid of the moon aspect or how it was originally supposed to play into her character. And I sort of wish there was information on that here as well. One page I found really interesting, and I think you guys will enjoy and like, is the Dark Bloom page. I think this is something a lot of fans will like because Dark Bloom is so iconic and so loved. And here is a deleted sequence as well. Here's a deleted sequence where Bloom sort of sits down next to Lord Darker, and this was deleted because it was considered too sensual or too sexy. I also find it really interesting that in a lot of these comments they actually say that some stuff was taken out because it was too sensual, which really makes me wish for a Winx Club animated series that they made for like older fans and adults, because I think I would love that so much. They really missed with the Fate Winx Saga. Another thing that I don't really like about this book is that they keep referring to Winx as the Winx Saga, and that makes me think of the Winx Saga, the Netflix series, but it's just a personal weird preference thing. I love this artwork of Tekna. Also, something that interested me that I didn't know was that Tekna was originally had a green jumpsuit, and they changed it to purple because they thought that would appeal to girls more. And poor Tekna still isn't a overall fan favorite. Even Rainbow's own favorite she doesn't seem to be, because they exclude her from a lot of lines. But I think she looks even more alien in this, and it's actually really, really cool. I absolutely love that. So yeah, there's a lot of cool things in that book, and I'm really glad I got it. I'm a little bit sad that I didn't get the calendar still, but I do love this book. I think my favorite art book is still the Lithuanian one I have, that is actually from season 1 and 2 era. Because this one, it is written in 2024, and it feels like it's written in 2024. For example, they don't talk about Aisha ever being Layla, although they do mention her original name being Gladys. So that's nice that they kept that in. There are the original designs for Pixies. I also really, really enjoyed the original designs for the Tricks. Like, check out Icy here. Again, these watercolor and like hand-drawn arts are some of my favorites. They're so beautiful. So I really, really enjoy that. There is a lot of Tricks content here if you're a Tricks fan. Also, I was really interested to learn that the Tricks originally had a Gloomix transformation, like a whole new outfit, and they got rid of it because it was again too sexy, and it is like really, really sexy, but I wish that they hadn't gotten rid of the idea of it, because I thought it was really sad that the Tricks have basically, well, they get disenchantings, I suppose, but they could have gotten a whole new outfit and would have been so cool. But then again, I guess in season 2 the Winx only get these little charms, and they're actual charmix, which isn't like a full transformation almost. So I kind of get it. I also really loved seeing the original designs for the boys. If you've been on Instagram, then Engineerstrophy has talked about them before. but I still really liked him. River was a whole different character, as I have heard this mentioned before, but like River just really is a whole different character. Same with Timmy, by the way. Like Brandon and Sky are really the only specialists I feel that, like, Timmy's original design is so different. He looks like he's from a different series almost. Also, Helia's original designs are so cool. Like this looks like Naboo more than it does Helia. Yeah, there's a lot of settings art, so if you're a big fan of that, you'll definitely enjoy this book. I do enjoy it. Like I'm a much bigger fan of character concepts and stuff like that, but there is a lot of that in here as well. Yeah, it's a good book. There's not a lot of text, but all of it is mostly translated into English, which is nice. There's a lot of... Again, I wish some of the art was bigger so you could really see the art, but it is really good for drawing references. And I have to talk about the magic bloom part of this book, because this is one of the main selling points for me, and I'm sure many other Winx fans as well. They have given us a full page with magic bloom art, which I do love, because now we can finally have these artworks in good quality. We can actually see them. Again, I wish the artwork was even bigger, because they have the good quality files, but it's still really interesting and good to see. Here you can see that they actually had the episode 3 dresses in magic bloom. Like, Flora's dress basically hasn't changed. Bloom's is completely different. Tekna's is pretty much the same. Stella's, again, very inspired. And here in this artwork as well, you can see Faragondo is basically the same character from the start. You can also see that Pepe was in the original concept art and was dark blue. This was not something I personally knew. I also really love this art. So yeah, this is probably my favorite page of the entire book, because I really wanted more information on Magic Bloom. I wish they would release it. I know they keep saying they don't have it, but like, I struggle to believe there is no single copy left. Like, there have been so many instances in history when someone has been like, this thing is gone, it's been deleted, and then it pops out from somewhere. So I keep kind of hoping that maybe one day, maybe. But we have some cool storybook art from Magic Bloom as well. I have considered making an entire video on Magic Bloom as well. And here, this page is great too, because this is what I want. I want the big, flashy, good quality, full page artwork. I wish this book had more of that. But I am happy with this book. I am glad that I got it. And I will look at it a lot and read it properly. And if you're thinking of buying it, I do recommend buying it if you like character concept arts and things like that. So yeah, obviously I'm not going to show you the whole entire book. Also, I really love this artwork of little Daphne. I'm not going to show you the whole entire book, but I think I've given you a fairly good overview, so that you can decide whether or not you want to buy it yourself. I would personally recommend it. I feel like I might have been a little bit too harsh in my criticism of this being written in 2024. But I do feel it when I read it. It's not a big deal, but I definitely feel if this was written in 2004, there would have been some differences to say. Like, this is definitely a book that has been written looking back at the series, and this is what it is supposed to be, and that's fine, but it's just something that I feel when I read it, if that makes sense. I also think this Lord Darker artworks are also really, really cool. There's so many cool things to show in this book. I also wanted to show you Muse's original watercolor art. I just think these are so beautiful. Yeah, these little comments have not been translated. If they've been in Italian, then we've kept them in Italian. There are some cool original artworks. And in this page as well, they talk about how some of the stuff was considered too sensual. So that's really interesting. If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe. I make Winx Club content semi-regularly. I also do general doll content. I also do some content on Japanese fashion and Lolita fashion. And all of my content is for like adult fans of either Winx Club or dolls. I'll see you in another video. Bye!